to be officially yours. They want to have a new beginning with you. For some of you, I feel like this person feels like you have had a new beginning elsewhere. And they're trying not to think about this new beginning that you have, but the thought does actually creep up on them. There are feelings around you. I'm hearing the word intertwining, connecting with someone else. They may feel like you're talking to someone. They may feel like you're actually dating someone. But when these thoughts and feelings come up, they actually think to themselves that they're tripping, they're bugging, like, nah, it can't be. Like, it's like they're trying to convince themselves that you are available, is what I can think. It's good to be positive, but this individual feels like they are deserving of you. They see you as the prize, and they are willing to do whatever it takes to get near to you, to date you. And for some of you, this individual does know that having a connection with you is forbidden. This is one of their toxic traits, obsessing over you, because for some of you, this person could be married already. And for others of you, there's an indication here that you may not even know that this person operates in this way, meaning that they have these type of feelings for you. For some of you, this is an ex-partner, and you may have remained friends with this ex-partner. For others of you, this is a friend. I say that because I saw the Knight of Swords, which is my Aquarius card. And Aquarius, it is that energy that is all about friendships. And Aquarius energy does have that tendency to still be in contact with exes, because they see people as friends first. So even if they break up with a partner, they will still see that partner as just a friend. They got that ability, some Aquariuses, not all, but some Aquariuses have that ability to go back to the genesis of a friendship, even if that romantic relationship has dissolved. But for some of you, this is a friend. This is someone that you have met in a group, club, organization. You may have the same friends, or you may have met them through friends. For others of you, this could be someone that's married. This could be someone that lives in your neighborhood. This could be a friend of your sibling. Or this could be an ex-partner. Regardless of the fact, this person is very adamant. They are very determined to be officially yours, and if you have other people that they know of that have romantic feelings for you, or even if, right, they're not quite sure if there are anyone around you, right, this is an energy that's very competitive. So if they know you're in a relationship, they don't care. They're still going to try and compete with whoever you are with. This is a very determined energy. Okay? Because they are either falling in love with you, or they are still in love with you, or they are actually in love with you, and nothing or no one can stop them from moving towards you. This person sees you as their soulmate. This person sees you as the one that got away. Like, no one makes them feel the way that you do. No one. Before, in the present, or after you. And this is the type of energy that always has to be near you, always has to text you, call you, message you, because they are consumed by your energy. It's like they want to bask in your energy. They have never experienced this before, this level of love before. And they're thinking of ways that they can, I'm hearing, get you on side. So this is an indication that this person knows that either this situation shouldn't go any further, or they may even feel like you may not look at them in that way romantically, okay? But I feel like this person may try and match you. I'm picking up a strong feminine energy here, but please take what resonates. It could be a masculine as well, okay? But this energy may want to present to you like they are a King of Pentacles, whether they are a masculine or a feminine energy, like, look, this is what I got. This, I can look after you. Like, they may talk about the money that they make, the car that they drive, the home that they live in, the clothes that they wear. They talk, I feel like their focus could be more on the material to try and trigger you into thinking, oh, if I align with him or her, I can live a certain type of life. So they are going to use money as an angle because they are running out of ideas. Okay. And if you are with someone else, or they feel like they know your type, or there's something like that, they feel like someone's beaten them. And this person, this is triggering them. They feel like someone has beaten them to it, i.e. you're in a new relationship, or you have feelings for someone else, or you're gaining success somewhere else. It's like they don't want you to be independent as well. They want you to be reliant on them. And they're not going to give up because they genuinely feel like they are your match. And to be with someone like you, in their view, would mean that they are seen as successful in the eyes of society. So unfortunately, for some of you, this person does see you as some type of prop, even though you're not. And they see the way people rush towards you. They see the way people are very drawn to you, very drawn to your energy. You're very successful. Some of you could be very popular. And maybe when you were around this person generated a lot of popularity too, based off the fact that they were associated with you, you know. And some of you, I'm picking up that you've removed yourself from this person for whatever reason. Something didn't start with this person. We've got the Page of Wands in the reverse. Now, the Page of Wands is my Aries energy, right? And if this card was in the upright, it would suggest that you're heading towards a new beginning with a new project, with a new partner, towards a new experience, right? This is in the reverse, meaning, to me personally, nothing didn't pop off, nothing didn't get off the ground, but this person is still willing. So we go from the Page to the Knight. This person, you know, they were in the energy of, I ain't taking that L. I mean, it's admirable that they're, you know, being very resilient in regards to their focus towards you. But if you have shown this person that you've moved on, you're in a new relationship, or you're married, or you just want to be friends, then this is quite concerning that they are in this type of energy. I feel like this person's worst fears have become a reality. Maybe for some of you, I feel like there's numerous people that were around you that have romantic feelings for you, right? And I'm hearing none of them will do. None of them are your type for some of you. If you weren't aware before, you are aware now, or it's dawning on you. But there's something around, either you were aware of it or not. You may have turned this individual down, or you may have turned other individuals down, and this individual felt like, yep, I'm in for a chance now. I've got a chance, that type of energy. Or there's an energy of them not being successful in regards to, I'm hearing the word capture you. This is some type of binding energy that this person's got. Like, they will not take no for an answer. You know, it ties in with their self-esteem, right? I feel like the more you pull away from this person, the more this person wants you. You know, they're very attracted to you, very physically attracted to you. You know, you ignite their passion within. You excite this individual. They may not have felt this way in a long time or before. The way that you excite them, there's something about your chemistry. And I'm not saying that some of you like, I ain't got no chemistry with that person, but there's something about your energy, I should say, right? Let me rephrase that triggers the passions within them. It's chemical. There's something chemical here. You know, there could be some type of Jupiter energy. So maybe if you're masculine listening to this, you have a lot of masculine traits. If you're a male listening to this, right? Even if you're a female, let's talk about if you are a male. You may have a lot of masculine traits. So you're giving off the energy of being a father, being a provider, You know, I can protect you. I can look after you. You could be very broad shoulders, or you could just be broad. You could be tall. You could, you know, have a beard. You give off a lot of energy that screams testosterone, right? You give off a lot of energy that screams that you are very fertile. And this person's very drawn to that. You know, you may trigger this person's father wounds. Maybe this person's father wasn't the stable kind. Maybe this person's father did not make them feel protected. There's something here. And if you are a female listening to this, you could also have like masculine energy too, whereby you have a lot of drive, you have a lot of passion, and this person is thinking about that energy, and you have a lot of stamina, right? So they're thinking about that energy in regards to being physical, because they may not have come across someone that has this raw appeal before. You know, so please take what resonates. But that's why I mentioned that your energy does trigger something chemically for this individual. You may not be aware of it, but on their side, it raises their hairs, you know, on their arms, the back of their neck, whatever the case is. I don't know. But I feel like the fact that you don't want this person as well, it makes them want you more. And for some of you, this could be like an ex-friend that was an ex-friend, quote unquote, right? But they really did have emotions and feelings for you, but they kept these feelings concealed, right? Something has been brought to light. I feel like you are realizing, or you realized in the recent past, that these individuals actually liked you. These individuals, when you look back on your dealings with them, you realize, oh, they were flirting with me. And that may have made you feel quite trapped in their head, because you may have felt like, okay, these people were pretending. And it's not like they were pretending, but if you did come to this realization, that would feel quite disheartening, to think that you've got a friendship with someone when all along they were just trying to invest in that friendship in the hope that they can actually be intimate with you, you know, because remember, Aries is a sign that is very assertive, and Neptune is transiting that sign Aries. You know, what is going to be seen? Neptune is about illusions. So when they were in that energy of just pretending to be a friend, or whatever the case is, right? Neptune was transiting Pisces, and the planet Neptune is ruled by the sign Pisces, or the sign Pisces is ruled by the planet Neptune, I should say. So you weren't really seeing through the facade of what this person was doing, and you may look back and think, you were manipulating me. So there's a certain type of anger now. You may have felt to yourself that, because they were either married or in a relationship, you didn't think that this person was looking at you in that way. That's why you may have felt like, oh, we're just friends. But now when you start analyzing the situation, now that especially Neptune has gone into Aries, where things that were hidden and manipulation was thrown in people's faces, and people bought into those manipulations, you cannot unsee now. Because remember, Aries rules the first house. The first house is your ascendant sign, your rising sign, what people see first. Like if you are a Gemini sun, but you've got like a Capricorn ascendant, people will see or feel like you are a Capricorn because of how you are seen. So now that Aries is in the hot seat for the next 3 years, with Saturn being in Aries, you are forced to see the truth. You were forced to see the truth about this person, that this person was very deceitful, very manipulative, very toxic. They tried to bind you because they were in love with you. They are in love with you, but it's not good enough for you. You want to swim away or fly away. You don't care about their love. They can take their love and drink that cup of love for themselves, as far as you're concerned, and keep away from you. You could be in that energy now, like you're disgusted. You're like, what type of thing? Because you may have felt like I said, because they were in connections, or because you may have worked with this person, or you lived in the same neighborhood, or they know your family, there was something that you thought was a protection from them liking you, and because you didn't look at them in that way, you assumed that they weren't looking at you in that way. So that's why you probably have removed yourself, or your energy is detaching, right? And they don't want this situation to be an end. So what they're going to try and do, they're going to try and come in like a friend. I feel for some of you, you friend zone this person, and for others of you, you don't even want to be their friend because quite simply you don't trust them. Because like I said, you're connecting back to something that happened in the past. And what this person wants most from you is to embrace you. Physical touch is important. Maybe in the past you were quite close and tactile with this individual because you thought they were a friend, or if you were dating this person misses, they're very fixated, they're hooked on the physical aspect of your connection from the past, right? Yeah, they think about that a lot. Even if they dated after you, they always think about how you made them feel, okay? And this is something that you may have moved away from. And then we've got this card, get back to what you love. And it's in the reverse, meaning that they feel on a soul level or any type of level. Because you could be, you're definitely showing them on a physical level. Some of you have detached physically. Yeah, they feel too afraid to reach out, but they feel like you're never going to come back. Remember what I said, this person, they don't stop, right? And then we have turn on your heart light in the reverse. They feel like they can make you change your mind. Hashtag mint condition. They can make you change your mind. We have the true love card in reverse. They don't feel like you love them. They don't think that you love them. And they've got I love you. For some of you, they may not think that they are in love with you, but they are aware that their feelings towards you are unhealthy, but they just can't stop because you are like an addiction to them. They're very addicted to you, and they don't think it's love. That's why it's like they're giving themselves, I'm hearing the audacity, because I was watching an interview with a British R&B singer, Jamila. I do like her. I bought her first album when I was 16, and she's coming out with a new album. I'm probably going to get that, actually. And she said the new album is going to be called The Audacity, and I like that. I think that's so sophisticated, right? But they're thinking the audacity of you thinking that you can turn your back on them. No, look how we got the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords talks about endings, abrupt endings. They're thinking, no, you're not leaving. You are going to give me attention. You're going to see me in a romantic way. This is the type of energy.